に実行を得たまえり、方針の降臨際もなく、背の法名を照らすなり、知恵の光明かかりなし、無料の所相ことごとく、公共かむらぬものはなし、信じ妙に奇妙せよ、枝の降臨際もなし、高速か無るものは皆、有無を離ると述べたも、平等格に奇妙せよ、幸運無限よ、極一切の無限に触りなし、光沢かむらぬものぞなき、難思議を奇妙せよ、少女光明並びなし、愚思考のゆえなれば、一切の合計も除こりぬ、一挙へを奇妙せよ、仏法商用最大一、公園の仏と名付けたり、三樹の国は開くなり、大用具を奇妙せよ。二次功徳聖祭大神往生Take refuge in the Buddha, your palms together in Gassho. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. We vow to give it to all this merit of truth, together to raise the mind of God and awaken to the realm of surrender.
Okay, Reverend Sawada will now provide us a reading, Ofumi, on White Ashes, that's in the Red Service book on page 108.
Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda, namanda, namanda. Please open on page 108. This is a letter written by Master Renyo. Master Renyo, 500 years ago, here in your portrait here. Your left side. The theme is on white ash. Let's read together. When we deeply meditate on the transient nature of this world, we realize with sorrow that life is fleeting. It's like an illusion from beginning to end. Thus, we do not hear to anyone living 10,000 years. Life passes quickly. Who among us can live 100 years? Will I die first, or will my neighbor? Will it be today, or will it be tomorrow? We do not know. The people leave behind, and the people who go before us are more numerous than dewdrops that rest briefly on the leaves and the branches. Hence, I may have a radiant face in the morning, but in the evening become no more than white ashes. With the calm wind of impermanence, these eyes will eventually close, and this blood will be forever still. This radiant face will dream of life, its vibrant glow will disappear. Family and friends may gather and grieve broken-heartedly, but to no avail. Nothing can be done except to take this unfamiliar form to an outlying field. There, in the midnight smoke, it vanished, and nothing is left but white ash. How pitifully sad! Impermanence in this world creates a condition of uncertainty for young and old alike. Therefore, let us immediately take to heart the true nature of this world, and from here, after live a life, deep reflection guided by the words Namu Amida Butsu. Respectfully, I remain. Namanda, Namanda, Namanda. Good morning. Thank you again. Thank you for coming today. Thank you. People come today. And today, I want to talk about death. Some think of why death, Sensei. Yeah. But before I talk about death, Master Renyo reminded us how it's important to listen to. Yeah? Listen. You should listen as you are listening for the very first time. You should listen as this message is for you alone. And three, you should listen as this is the last time you will ever do so in your life. Master Renyo, 500 years ago. In what is the ultimate goal in Buddhism? Maybe you don't realize, but you realize about the wisdom of the Buddha working, the Buddha's wisdom working in us. And we can translate it like in Chinese characters is Dai He. Dai is big, huge. Yeah? He is sadness, but this is a great compassion. It's not a compassion like you have for your pet or your husband. Your great compassion means something you don't have any dimension. It's great compassion. It's involved everything. Yeah, this is great compassion. Why say there is the word sadness here? Why? Because sad. In Buddhism, wisdom in Buddhism, we say Ji. Ji is compassion and Hi is sadness. Why in Buddhism sadness, sensei? I cannot understand why. Imagine it when a loved one or some great friend or some nice person in your life passed. You feel really sad, you don't have anything, you cannot escape from your feelings, you can escape. This is then you encounter as a human when you don't have any place to go to escape. This is what sad is a common feeling of all sentient beings, or even we human. You encounter children. This is the reason the word sadness and death, there is a big connection. Death in Buddhism is something to wake up, to make us realize important things in life. Important things, you are here now. Important things, who am I? Important things, where I'm going. This is basic things we need to know. And the death is a way. Oh, Buddhism is about death. No, it is about death, but it's about life, it's about impermanence, it's about everything. It's about you, it's about yourself, it's about myself. Then, Sensei was a great philosopher and great thinkers in Buddhism, Sensei Rijin Yasuda, has this affirmation: without religion, human being cannot be considered as a human. Without religion. Why, Sensei? And there is another quotation like that. The reality doesn't make us feel at the end of the road forever. My mind does it. My mind. And it doesn't matter how happy or unhappy we are. The insecurity, anxiety, and the suspicion feeling never abandon us. This is human. Then we can think about what does mean death in Buddhism. Death, how we shared a few minutes ago, you don't have escape. When you don't have escape, you have to face on. You have to face with this I here. This is the reason sad moment make us to come back to something important. And death in Buddhism, today I will talk about 4 important meanings of death. The first one we can learn from the death is separation. Separation means you can try to find your loved one any place here in this world, in that secular world, you cannot find anymore. You cannot find him or her anymore here. This means separation from this world. This world, the secular world we live in. And the second meaning, when we feel a sad of a loved one we cannot escape, you start to think about your own death. Why, Sensei, you start to think about your own death? Because usually we see death something far far away from you. For example, when you heard about one episode in Florida or in Wisconsin or another place when a guy, a young guy or a guy tried to shoot other person there, you feel sad. Why? But if that people, they don't have closer relation with you, you forget and you see this death as something objective, a little far. But when a loved one passed, it's different. You feel sad. When you feel sad, you start to think about why. One day we are born, one day we will die. That the means of death become more subjective. Then you start to think about, if I die today, how will be my partner, how will be my son, my daughter, or how will be my friend, how will be, Then you start to think about, this is really important. The second meaning is your own death. And the third meaning I can share with you today, if we judge things from the point of view of what we did, we live. For example, there is a person who was really engaged in activities of the church, the Buddhas in the temple. She or he, every Sunday, every moment, everything helped a lot from everything from the temple to spread, to study a lot. But suddenly, you don't know, this person passed away. Then you, as for example, if you were your sister or your brother, why? My sister, my brother didn't deserve this kind of death. Why? He was really, or she was really engaged in these teachings, in this Buddhism. This is actually not this kind of judgment. It's coming from your judgment. You are judging what kind of death, what the life they had, they deserve this kind of life or this kind of death. We don't know. It's your judgment too. From the point of view of the reality, this is what we say. We put this meaning. Is reality isn't from our human perspective. Doesn't matter. This is the reason Sensei doesn't matter how happy or unhappy we are, the insecurity, anxiety, and the doubt, suspicion feeling never abandon us. This is what Sensei. Then the reality doesn't make us feel at the end of the road, and then forever my mind does it. That's my mind. That's what you can understand. Human has his own cocoon, comfort zone. Live in this comfort zone every time. But reality we cannot describe. Reality we cannot say. Only we come to us and we realize. Then the death teaches another meaning. Is the fourth meaning I will tell you today is rebirth, re-encounter. Yeah. But what does mean rebirth, re-encounter? It's your rebirth. Yeah. My re-encounter. And what this kind of encounter, Sensei? Is when we don't have any escape. Yeah? Why? You start to. Why? You left. Why? Yeah. Then feeling of sadness, that feeling of sad come to you, and you start to cry. Yeah? And you cry at the same time, yeah, you put this question, why? It was too early, or yeah, I can agree, but are you really sad about that? Then there is other things like feelings like a gratitude. Oh, yeah, thank you. You have done a lot for me. A lot. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much. Or regret too. I could have more. I could have done more for you, but I didn't. I'm so sorry for that. So sorry. Yeah. Or you can forgive too. Yeah. I didn't agree. That time I really, but as human, we are not perfect. We are not perfect. I can understand you. I can understand. Yeah. Then, what does mean this? This re-encounter, you and the loved one, makes you to come back for this real feeling of a human again. Yeah, you are human. But our mind, we think we are like a superwoman, Superman, and we think we deserve more. I'm right, you are wrong. But when you don't have escape from this fact, this reality, bring you again for the place you never left, for this moment right now, for your conditions are human. There is the reason this re-encounter, rebirth, we say, is your rebirth. Is your, yeah, where I can take his or her legacy, yeah, from now, without she or he, she isn't anymore in this world. Then this reality comes and work to you realize about that, yeah, makes you to come back for your place as a human again. This is why this great compassion works. Yeah? This is sad moment, yeah? The sadness makes you don't escape. Yeah? If you cannot place to go to escape, you have to face on with yourself. Yeah. Then you can overcome this self. Yeah. This is Daihi. Great compassion is working. You realize something important. Yeah. This is a perspective of death in Buddhism. Yeah. share with you today. Thank you today. Your hands together in Gassho. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namandaru, 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 namandaru.
Thank you very much, Sensei. It's come to my attention that we had a little technical problem at the beginning of the chanting, so we want to apologize to those online watching YouTube. There was a little bit of an interruption, so very sorry about that. But technical difficulties do happen. This is a time in the service where we'd like to offer anyone out there that would like to share their personal impressions based on what Reverend Sawada shared with us today in his message. Just we keep it very short, maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes max. Anybody have anything they'd like to say about our loved ones' memories, death?
Great memory. Great feeling touch you.
Yeah, personal feelings that you've encountered with loss of a loved one. Now's your time to shine. Well, I'm going to say something. So if you change your mind, you want to come up here for a couple of minutes, that's great. I just wanted to say, though, that I lost my father, my mother, and my youngest son within a 3-year time frame, starting in 2016. And thanks to what I'm learning today, my dealing with that is so different than what it might have been years ago. And I was able to reach closure, at least for me, and in my heart and mind, through whatever reasons. But I found it as part of life, and I learned that through messages of this temple and through Shin Buddhism study. That that's not something I could avoid. We are born and eventually we pass. So I was able to deal with it in a lot more positive manner than had I not listened to messages like today and what is offered through Buddhist faith. So for me, it's it is just part of living, and I enjoy interacting. It teaches me to be in the moment and appreciate, be grateful for each of you when we interact. And when we do lose those that are close to us, we are able to deal with that grieving appropriately and then move on with our own lives. But anyway, just thoughts that came to my mind as the Reverend Sawada was giving his message. Anybody else would like to share anything for a couple of minutes? Can you share?
You want to go up there?
Come on.
Good morning. Good morning. My mom died last, it'll be 2 years this coming June 16th. And I've been feeling a bit frozen with what I inherited from her. She was a quite accomplished and successful artist. And out of all the family members, I inherited all of her artwork. And it's been in storage this whole time, and I didn't know quite how to handle it. I started a digital gallery, thinking that if anyone wanted to download an image and print it to honor her, that might be nice. The grief journey, this is very helpful, and she was Buddhist. And I would go with her to temple, and it's been very soothing for me to come and to study and honor her, and I've given gifts to a few temples here in Hawaii to honor her memory. And it makes me feel so good. But this morning, when it says gifts from their legacies and inheritances, it reinforced for me that I can keep her alive by doing my own artwork. And that inheriting her talent, I've been so sad that not only have I been frozen with the physical part of what I inherited, I've been a little bit frozen with those beautiful talents. And it does feel good after chanting that helps thaw my heart. And the artwork really helps me to be with the divine. And I will continue learning.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay. We will go to Ondokusan, that's on page 112 in the red service book. Please stand. Sorry, this isn't technical difficulties, it's operator error. And now Gatha Nenbutsu a cappella on page 127. Thank you. Please be seated. We do have a few announcements here. March 2nd, that's a Saturday. Reverend Sawada will be conducting his second class, Buddhism in Daily Life. We intend to have that in Zoom as well as in person. March 10th, that's Sunday, Spring Ohigan service, we have a guest speaker, Reverend Bert Sumikawa. And then on March 17th, that's a Sunday, we'll have a very short service, but we have our farewell barbecue. Speaking of sadness, farewell barbecue to Reverend Sawada and his family, Norman family. So please come if you wish. And did we have other announcements? Did we say anything about today's dream today?
Only on March, the second week, every Wednesday, since the second, on March we have Dr. Haneda series about the larger sutra from 5:30 every Wednesday, 5:30, Dr.
The
Haneda.
next 4 Wednesdays.
Zoom.
Next 4 Wednesdays.
Next 4 Wednesdays, Dr. Haneda,
March
From the
from
13th.
from the 13th of March on.
the second Wednesday of March.
Any other announcements?
So this is heard.
Oh yeah, well, welcome.
Thank you for coming today.
Yeah, thank you for coming and joining
Thank you for
us.
having me.
What's your name?
Oh, my name is Catherine Kitchell.
Yes,
Catherine
Catherine.
Mitchell.
Thank you, Catherine, to come today.
Thank you very much.
Welcome to
We
every.
have from San Francisco there, Reiko.
Oh yeah, Rico, welcome.
Welcome, thank you. Thank you for coming today. We have from Alaska, but she's now here. Major there.
Oh,
Thank you, Major. Thank you. We have Barry, Gary, Joyce, Roy, Dennis, Stan. Thank you so much to come today. Charlene, Norma, and Bill. Thank you so much.
That concludes this morning's service. Thanks everybody online and here to join this service. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
beautiful service.
Let's do a short refreshment there because most of the people are going to veteran, yeah?
So yeah, downstairs we'll have a very quick